be building as a 50 cellular. Yeah. Window shopping, never copying. I guess I can be considered as a regular. Hey.
Let me plug you with the people I know. So call like you're rocking a dealo. Put a little more than I know.
Welcome to From the Bottom Up. I feel like today is very special by all means. A lot will be surprised that I'm actually sitting with the homie after so many years, but we here. It's none other than Sui, Some.Unique.Individual. What's up, fam? You are an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Radio fashionista.
Yeah.
Musician.
Where?
You know what I mean? How do you handle all of this, bro?
I think I just realized that one day that I am all those things.
Yeah.
And it was just easy to go into it, just to kind of drop a gem. You know me from like way back when I was still like a sportsman. And I tell people, I'm like, yo man, like it was a time when I was like really dedicated to like sports, and that was my life. And it wasn't like a mistake type of thing. There was evidence of progress in sports, and that's what I was about. Up until I came to Joburg, and then I realized that the scope of life and the things to do so much more. When I started tapping into that, I started getting inspired by like literally everyone around me, and it was so much easier to then pursue all these various hats.
Alright, I feel you. But besides that, bro, like the name, I already know where it actually comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I already know, but like enlighten a lot of people out there. Okay, I only knew like the Sui. Where did the like Some.Unique.Individual come into place?
Honestly speaking, contrary to popular belief, it wasn't like the craziest like story, like yo dog, you're a unique individual. It wasn't anything like that. It was just like me trying to find a slogan for my name, right? And then I was gonna go with Sui, and then just doing my research and just like learning from the past and everything like that. I just realized like SEO is a very important thing. And I was like, okay, cool. How searchable is my name? And the Sui. You find Sui Dynasty, Asia, you're finding so many other people. I was like, my music is getting lost in everything. And I remember I started playing around with that slogan. I was like, yo, Some.Unique.Individual. And then someone commented, yo, that's a very dope name. And I thought about it, I'm like, okay, cool. And I was like, what if I do this, the name search? And then go with Some.Unique.Individual. And then people resonated with that. And then obviously on my side, the task was to then live up to that name. So it's something a lot. Because I'm like, yo, you gotta come across as this very unique individual.
At some point, bro. Because when I saw it, bro, I was like, oh, this is actually buying a fucking life. So, because I didn't expect it. Because like I said, I only know like, you know what I mean? So like when you said Some.Unique.Individual, it's like, nah, but like for ones that don't know, bro, where you from?
So I kind of struggle with this one because I'm a bit of a hybrid, and I've come to accept that. Like I'm also such a culmination of so many other things about me. So I got I'm from African, I'm born and raised there, and then I also grew up, most of my life in Claxton. So I'm like a hybrid, Math Town, half that type of thing. Never just genuinely home in a nutshell, because I have so many fam around Northwest. Like if you want to just at least just drop it down to like one particular location, you say Northwest, but most know it as Mfikenyana.
Alright, bro, let's get into radio, man.
Yes.
When I found you, bro, after so many years, I was like, yo, homie's on radio, man. How did you end up on it? Experience? What have you learned from being on radio?
Funny enough, my homie Gamuji, which is around my corner right now, I just had some drinks, and some snacks with him. And I used to live with him at the time when we auditioned for UJFM.
Yeah.
So a mutual friend was like, yo, you guys should consider auditioning. We're like, yo, fam, like, you know, I said, we're hyping ourselves up as mates. Let's go do it. And you know, but I remember he was very sound on actually going in as a sports anchor. And I was like, you know, man, I really want to do the whole personality thing before we even go into like, you know, being a sports anchor in the cases.
Yeah.
And I remember I flunked that audition dismally. Also, again, I was like the first person to audition. That's how much I wanted it. You know, a lot of people like panic and I'm like, yo, I'm number one in the line.
Yeah, that
I'm about it, and I didn't do too well. But then there was a second opportunity to become a sports anchor, right? So became a sports anchor, and then I just gradually grew. But I always knew that I wanted to be a personality. I wanted to express the true me, you know, to the world. And have you ever felt that thing where, like, you know, you're here, right?
Yeah.
But you know your true self is like all the way up there.
Yeah.
But to get there, it's gonna take some time, and you know, a lot of people won't see that. So let's say that it's your job to convince them, but it's your job to put in that work so that they can see for who you see yourself as. So I knew that, okay, cool. In order for me to get there, I need to like, you know, grind and I've done literally almost all the jobs in radio. Sports anchor.
Yeah.
I've been a producer. You know, being a presenter, being a co-host. You know, done daytime shows, like specialized shows, tech shows, sports shows. I've been a technical producer from jingles and everything like that. Bro, like, you know, because obviously by qualification I'm a sound engineer. So that's where, like, you know, and I had learned from there that it's about, you know, making yourself indispensable. So and I was like, yo, I'm in the station, and let me use all of that to like grow myself. So I never limited myself to just doing one thing. There was times where I was like a technical producer during the day, in the morning, I'm hosting on the weekend, I have my own show. And that was literally life for like quite a bit. And I mean, then I've grown beyond that. I had like little stints in other radio stations. And then currently right now I'm at Trans Africa Radio. I host a weekend night show called The Crossover. And beyond that, you know, what most people do or don't know is that I'm also, you know, running marketing there as well. You know, and it made sense for me to be in that particular role right now in my career and my life, because you can imagine if I was busy doing so many other things early on the radio, I ended up learning the value chain. Not to even mention that I also lectured broadcasting at the Academy of Sound. So it became a thing of like, you know, knowledge. From a knowledge perspective, I was able to like have an understanding, and it was more just like, okay, cool, now let's learn, you know, the marketing skills. And so now today, like, you know, I sit in a very different chair. Still very much, you know, on the mic as well, but like, you know, it's just about like extending yourself to the next level.
How long have you been on radio though?
I think this is my 7th year?
7th, bro.
Yeah. I've been there.
There's so much experience in it. There's so much experience. Do you regard yourself as like the all-round creator?
I do, and it's something that I wanted to fight at some point. It's, you know, because there's that whole saying of like, you know, what is it? Jack of all trades.
You know, master anything out of
it. Master of none. So
master,
I was very much afraid, and I remember there was a time I was speaking to a friend of mine. I was like, yo, I want you to help me break out, get gigs, and just help me manage and all the stuff. And she's like, it's very hard to manage you because you're all over the place. You're doing so many other things, and I've learned that, okay, cool, it's also okay to do so many things, but maybe you just shouldn't brand yourself as that. Like, you know, most people will be surprised, like, oh my gosh, you do radio marketing as well? Yeah, and I also video edit.
That's it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other things that, you know, there's so many other things that like I'm capable of doing, but I also know my limitations. And then obviously, like, you know, do I consider myself an all-round creator? No, definitely. But I feel like the important part was to like attack it in phases. Like, you know, we started with radio. A lot of people that I was in radio with didn't know I made music. up until there was a time where the music was now the thing that I was more interested in, and it was easy to start to, oh, by the way, I have a new song. And so it was just gradually like pulling in everything. I mean, even from a fashion perspective, people ask me, yo, when are you gonna drop your range or your merch? That's coming soon.
Get into that.
That's coming soon.
While you're on that, bro, like fashion, bro, what inspires you in regards to it?
Honestly, I just think it's just, for me, at the beginning of the day, it's just the ability to just weigh my expression on the outside. I wake up and I know a lot of people say, no, try and have like the same kind of palette of clothes, wear gray, wear black all the time.
Your nation.
And then less decision makings in the morning. And it's like, I get that, but I feel for me, it's like, that's like already from jump. That's my first level of expression. How do I want to look like today? How do I want to be received by the people? And I obviously dress a particular type of way based on the perception that I want to give for people. We right now are at Lonely Hearts, and I knew the aesthetic was very like, like it has this very like classic man type of feel to it.
I rock up here and I'm like, yo, this is what we talking about. This is the shit that we want and shit.
I wear. So I also address the occasion as well, and it's very important, like because people will rub you a certain type of way. I know I have days where I'm just like, I'm not about it. And then people they're like, hey, look at this guy taking chances. Like, hey, I didn't bring the Superman cape tonight, but it's fine.
Bro, the minute that you actually stop caring what people think, you have peace with yourself. Like, you really have peace with yourself. But like in regards to it, bro, like, are you working on anything fashion?
You know what? As far as I can say, I want to say this so I can also be held accountable. Like Lukewarm has so many layers to it. Right now, what we've done is just the musicality, giving you guys fire, giving you guys issues as the two singles, with issues being the lead. But then there's also like other things like tours coming up. There's things like music videos, and then the one thing that I need to do, and it's a must, is the merchandising thing. But I don't want to just print
typical,
Some.Unique.Individual, or Lukewarm, and then ask you guys to invest in it. I want you guys to feel like this is a brand that I would wear irrespective of the other person. So we're looking at just like, the quality of fabric, we're looking at the cuts and all that kind of stuff, the print itself. So I'm collaborating with a lot of people in this, and as you guys have seen, like on the social media, I'm consistently working with Fin Clothing, consistently working with Low Modern Slave. So these are some of the people that I want to collaborate with, in rolling out the merchandise, rolling out the fashion line.
Yeah, which is a good thing. It's always good to like branch out. Of course, we meet people, different benches and more. So the fact that you're actually saying this clearly shows like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like, I want to know, bro. Save the art.
Yay!
See, there's no way I can leave it on.
Nowhere.
Yeah, I've been checking a lot of content from it, bro. Like, explain to us exactly what is Save the Art.
So, Save the Arts, if I can just start with like, the origin story. When I put out my first project, the Middle Music tape, I felt like, obviously we have to all do like listening sessions and launches and so forth. And it was around the time where Kanye West had dropped and then he did that whole thing in Wyoming. And
Kanye.
And I was like, and I look up to Kanye, like, and I was like, yo, the idea of doing like a typical listening session is so mundane, it's so outdated, like, and a week before a friend had invited me to their listening session. And it's like opening acts, main act,
like the usual
DJ. And I was just like, no man, there has to be a bit more to that. And then I started seeing what Kanye did in Wyoming, and I was like, and all I got from that experience, watching his listening session, was like, think out the box. You don't have to do it like how it's been done. So I decided, okay, cool. What if I have a listening session inside of the gallery with other different creatives with one common theme? And that was the basis and of Safety Art. But there was more of a, an important call towards it, more purposeful, which is like finding your artisanal tribe, finding the people within your niche, finding a network base. And I think I was struggling very much with that because I make alternative R&B music. It's not the particular norm. Where do then I find the people that want to collaborate with me? So I had to create the platform to find these people. And to my surprise, there were so many people that needed the platform. And so then I was very much obliged to like carrying it on and doing a second one, doing a third one, doing a fourth one. But obviously along the way, it went from just being an art exhibition / networking event to now it being a creative agency, now developing into something a lot more tangible, something that has legs beyond just that one event,
That's interesting, bro. Yeah, that's really interesting. But do you have any plans for it?
Oh no, facts. I mean, I don't have a choice anymore. It's one of those things that it's bigger than me at this point in time. Really? I get phone calls like, yo, dog, when is Save Dot happening? That's time I haven't even put it on the calendar at all. I guess we can do it in November. That's like, and the thing is, it's at that point where I believe in it so much that it will happen. Whether I plan for it, not plan for it. And obviously, the idea is to get to a point where it's consistently being planned for. So I'm definitely really on the side, I'm always thinking about it, seeing how I can actually make it grow better from an entrepreneurial perspective. I don't think our problem is creation. It's so easy to find artists that need a platform. It's so easy to say, yo, dude, I fucked with your vision. Here's this amount of money. I would like you to curate this space and help me build this vision. And all I'm gonna do for you is create, an after movie. And it's an artist's dream. And that's the approach of it. It's never been, yo guys, help me. It's always been I want to help you. I want the world to see what you're capable of. And so it's always easy to find people to collaborate with. But what's harder is obviously finding the sponsors. It's finding, the capital to back it and make it an actual event. And hence why I also, from time to time, people might call it diverge, but that's me learning. Me going into marketing is me learning how to come up with proposals, pitch decks, so that I can contribute back to like a certain art and say, okay, cool. Already we have a media publication that we can advertise this particular event. So it's definitely growing. For me, the challenge is making it more of a consistent in people's dailyhood or livelihood as a creative agency. So that's the next step forward. It's taking it from being this one-time amazing event to like an accessible creative agency throughout the year.
See, that's why I like creative.
Yeah.
Literally playing culture. We got it. But I gotta go into my favorite topic, bro.
Yes.
Last time I saw you, man.
Yeah.
I didn't expect there would be a musician.
At
all. Like you said, you explained the whole, sport person and all.
Yeah.
You know, understand. But until I peeped you on YouTube, and I'm like, nah, man, that's impossible, bro. Then I see your music video on channel. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. Let's talk about that, man. Lie to me. What got you really into music?
You know what the crazy thing is that it's always been a part of my life. And dating back to when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
When people were knocking off the primary school, I had piano lessons.
Yeah.
And that was that. Either I stayed friends or musical plays and choir. So it's always been a part of me. I just never saw it as an actual career or a job, but I saw it as an actual activity. And it was so easy to overlook it because of so many other things that were happening in my life and they were going well. like you mentioned the sports part, you mentioned the you mentioned academics, but I would like to think I was very academically, you know,
with A,
you know, and so
brains.
Amen, you know.
Yeah.
So because of all of that, I never thought of it as an actual career.
Yeah.
Up until I came to university and I was studying at UJ, and I got exposed to like, you know,
So many creatives,
the endless opportunities.
Yeah.
And then right then and there, and I was studying computer science at the time, in 19, and I was just like, what? Did I choose the wrong subject? Like it literally,
Really?
like it hit me. I was like, no, I might be in the wrong qualification. I was like, yo, you're tripping. Chill out, you know. And come first semester, everything goes well. Get my distinctions and everything.
This is first year, right?
This is first year.
Yeah.
Come the second semester, the purpose is like nothing. Like dismal performance at the end of it. I remember like chilling with like, you know, I think the dean. It's like, I don't understand. Like you seem like two completely different people.
Yeah.
Like,
What happened?
You can get distinctions and pass nothing the next semester.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I started gravitating towards music at the time, you know. And then I was like, yo, let me try my luck. I'm tripping. I know I'm a good scholar. And I tried to do this thing again on the top. And by the time I was studying computer science, like my second attempt at it, it's like I realized like, nah, this is not it. I'm just here.
Just like that, bro.
I started gravitating towards anything and everything that involved media, entertainment, and music. You know, what we're calling sessions over there. And after another dismal performance academically, then my parents were like, "Yo, dude,
What's going on, bro?"
Like, you know, and because that was new to them.
Yeah.
And so I then had to open up and be like, "Yo, I don't think this is what I want to do. I don't think this is who I am." You know, I joke around and say, I rocked up one day at one of the IT lectures and I saw everyone's strip. I was like, nah, man, come on, dog.
Yeah,
Just
come
on.
on.
Like, but I mean, I just felt like I never truly, fit in that scope of life.
Yeah.
And so what I then decided to do was like, you know what? Let me do a bit of research. And so it's just like, nah, I'm gonna drop out, leave school, and you know, go do music. You know, somewhere I'm still an intelligent kid, and you know, let me do this thing right. So then I came across AC, the Academy of Some.Unique.Individual, and that was literally me now in 2013 saying, yo, I'm gonna do this thing for real. And you know, I told myself I'm gonna be a sponge. I'm gonna learn everything from production, from broadcasting to like, you know, entertainment law and everything, and I was just consuming. So while I was consuming all of that and the radio thing happened as well, I felt like musically I wasn't where I wanted, you know, because like I'm in, like, this is my class, like just to give an idea of you share classes with Pretty Ugly, you share classes with Lunatic, Wichi 1080, FKA Mash.
Oh, you're fucking around.
I kid you not. You know, and you just like,
that's the right place to be.
it's the right place to be, but you hear these guys and you're like, okay, I'm not ready, you know? And so I had to do a lot of like soul searching, and after like life did its thing, and then at some point, and it took quite some time, you know? But what I did during those moments was I think it wasn't really music, but I always put myself out there. I started building like, you know, my skill sets across the entertainment space. So like, you know, if I can make myself at least indispensable in these little platforms, in these spaces, by the time my music catches up, I already have all the information that connects and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I went to it. And then come 2017, and this is like, when I say everything, I've kind of done almost everything. This is like post now doing the MTV base VJ search. You know, top 25 Johannesburg. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the dream.
This is you.
I'm gonna get there. Like, I'm gonna, you know, bro, got eliminated that first episode on MTV base. You know,
But you went for it, bro. A lot of people didn't actually go for it.
You know, I went for it, and I got to that point where, you know, we made it to television, and I remember that broke, right? Because I just felt like everything that I'm trying to do isn't coming together, for some weird reason, I just found like, solace in music.
Yeah.
And I started writing, I started making music. Like literally, I would work at the radio station as a technical producer, and then when everyone would knock off at 6 p.m., I would stay and I would record music. Record music, go home around midnight.
Yeah.
Sometimes record music overnight till the morning, crash there, wake up, and do the breakfast show. So, and I was like, literally just building this project without people noticing. And then one day I was just like, hey guys, I make music.
That's it.
And people were like, damn man, this shit is hot. And then did a little listening session in my spot, and then people were just like, yo, this is crazy, and this just really reflects the journey and everything like that. And after I got that thumbs up from the close people around me, and I was like, this is not a lie, this is not a Rabasera, go to idols, you can say. This was like, I felt it. I was like, yo, I have something here. And after that, bro, everything just connected. And it was just about now me raising the stakes. And then that's when Save the Art came into play. And after that, then we did Philophobia. And that's where Ella Banana came through, and the whole Channel Pro thing. And it's just progress on top of progress. And then obviously we just came from lockdown. So nothing really came into fruition. But already I was working on Lukewarm from last year, and it was perfect to drop this year because the world was a bit at ease. And that's the musical journey as far as I can mention.
Before I get into Lukewarm, bro, I really want to know where you work. Who would you like to work with? Before we actually dive into Lukewarm.
Okay, cool. Who would I like to work with? Muzi. This is me manifesting, right? Like I'm hoping for Lukewarm Deluxe. I can get these a couple of names, or even for later projects. Muzi, Espacios Dios, Una Rams, Red Robin, Viscasi, MDB. I've worked with Bylonsta, but definitely want to work with them again. We got something coming up. So
Exclusive.
Who else? Just like obviously working more with Chris Black. I think I could do something amazing with Elaine. Who else is in the squad? That's the typical vibe. Sorry if I can't remember certain names off the top. But those are some of the people that I follow. I actually also discovered a new artist literally yesterday, Joy Amori. I'm hoping I say it right. She's like half South African, half Dutch, so I definitely want to work with her. But I've worked with the likes of FK Nash, I've worked with Camden Cram, I want to work with Lunatic, I want to work with Pretty Ugly. Only and also because like some of these people like I grew up with, I revere their art in such a way that I didn't want to say, put me on, dog,
you have to give them space.
You gotta give them space, and you also gotta be at a particular level, so it's not a pull me up. I don't want to pull me up. We're here at Island, what I'm saying? We're here to collaborate and make a masterpiece for the industry. It's not a thing of like, I gave this kid a verse, or some kid goes nah, no, I gave you a verse. Like, or at least we gave each other verses.
You gotta buck it up.
So that's some of the people that I want to work with locally. And on an international scale, man, like, and then, like I said, I'm manifesting this kind of stuff, the Mahalias,
Shout out.
Childish Gambino, the Anderson Parks of the world, and that's my group, that's my people, that's who I gravitate towards, a big inspiration of the kind of music I started making. And I think that was another situation that delayed me, is that I was trying to make music that people were listening to, and not music that I wanted to. And then when I came across, Daniel Caesar, that's when it started clicking. Like, you're allowed to do what you want to do. And so Daniel, you know what I'm saying? Daniel, Ticho's another one. So that's the group, that's the squad. I call that my artisanal tribe, and I hope they like my music too.
You heard it. Tell me, dog, like, how would you describe yourself?
I would say it's alternative music, it's not your go-to sound. But that's also very subjective. depends on what country it is.
Oh.
Because I might sound native to someone in Europe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What that's something like, you know,
Well,
that's what
yeah.
So, but you know, considering I'm South African, I think it is alternative art to the most. But what I do like it is that it's a hybrid of, you know, this individual is an alternative artist and tapping into stuff. I've had songs I've collaborated with people. Some stuff up on NDA. Can't mention right now, but like there's like little like hybrid versions of like maybe like a almost kind of Afro piano thing going on there, like Ocean Drive, to one type of music, you know, dabbling into the hip hop side of things, dabbling into the house side of things. I mean, the Ella Wanana was just literally it was a hybrid between me and FKA Mash. It wasn't like a planned thing. I was like, yo, I'm looking for this kind of feel. I was like, okay, cool. This is what I make based on this is what I make. Maybe try and go for this feel. And it was like, okay, cool. We'll try and meet each other's expectations. And then we were like, hey, dog, I don't know if I met your expectations, but this is what it is. And you know, people really love that. So I am an alternative R&B artist, I think by default. And then you know, I collaborate with anything that makes good music. So.
Nah, that's dope, bro. I went through the catalog, man. I ain't gonna lie. This shit is hard, bro.
Yay.
That shit is hard, bro. So I was going through it and I'm like, shit, I bumped into Lukewarm. Yo, bro, you gave us 2.
Yes.
2. I'm like, what's the hell? Are you serious, bruh? Explain to me, what were you going through when you created Lukewarm?
As per usual, another heartbreak. Very brutal up in here.
Nah, I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Certified Lover Boy to drop so I can, you know, reflect and get tips with the master. So like, how further can we express this pen?
Yeah.
So
longevity and all.
yeah. So for me, obviously, like I write from the truth, and it was that again. It was a thing of like, okay, cool, putting your heart on the line and things not going according to plan. And I was like, okay, cool. This is how I feel right now.
Yeah.
And it's fire. It's like, you know, love this. Whatever this is, looks a little dangerous, but I love it. You know, I can tell that it has toxicity towards the end of it.
No,
I love it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what fire represents. And being able to get Emily through, big shout out to Emily.
She's nice, bro. Like,
she,
cause when I heard her, I was like, yo, cause I never knew her. I never knew her. When I heard her, I was like, who the hell is this?
yeah.
Who the hell is this?
No, I expect a lot of great, amazing things. I mean, right now she's currently in Europe, so like I said, I might sound native to people else. So, and I sent her the song, and she was like, "Yes, I love this." I gave her like, you know, an idea and the feeling of the whole song, and she delivered like a, you know, masterclass of the performance. And I was like, okay, cool, we got to fly it out. And then what we wanted to do with Issues was like, obviously, play on the contrast.
That's a lot on Issues, eh?
So I think in Issues is like now, we're no longer in that, you know, safe haven, that warm space. We're now in the icy cold aspects of the relationship where things are crumbling, things are breaking down, and kind of hoping that it lasts forever, and you want that second chance, or you know, and still kind of just typically crying, like, yo, because I mean, it's literally in the lyrics, you know, don't act like I don't cry, don't act like I don't cry.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
Issues, man. I was like, oh, alright, because I heard Fire.
Yeah.
Like Issues. It was interesting because I like the title and all. Once I listened to it, I was like, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? You know, but it's crazy. I like the project, man. I really, really like the project. You mentioned that you might have a deluxe to it.
Honestly speaking, I would. Do you guys want a deluxe?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No, then we'll journey into that. You know, I definitely, if people loved Issues and Fire, basically loving Lukewarm, then I think that's the standard. But we definitely need to get to like the next level. And yeah, it's just building on a journey. Like I said, this is only phase one of what we're creating. There's a lot more. This is like an introduction to the universe of Google, and I think it's just also beyond music. It's the aesthetic, it's the identity, it's the brand on the crux of breaking into its true self. So there will be a lot of other stuff as well. So be patient with me. I'll only give you my best work, and especially when it has my name leading in it. I can't compromise that. And so there's also I literally have another project sitting.
Yeah, I was about to ask you on that, bro.
And I can't drop yet.
Well, you got a whole new project, bro.
I've got like a whole other EP that's chilling. I'm just waiting for Corona to end.
So you need that.
It's a festival EP, like it's for the plant market.
Exclusive.
Yeah. So I don't even have a title for it. It's just concept is done and dusted, obviously mixing phase and everything like that.
Yeah.
But
how many tracks?
So far 4. And I might want to keep it that way only because there's I didn't make it alone. It was like me and KS, and that's what we decided on. These 4 tracks, it's a story in itself, but it's very upbeat, very ocean drivey, like do kind of vibes. I think a lot of people will resonate that. So, but we still have beauty in the room. So I have to respect the. But again, the discography. Yeah, I need to respect that, But I'm always just planning and working ahead. I've learned that. That's also another thing. Don't rush the craft. Don't rush the product and everything like that. Because once it's out. They also don't strive for perfection. Yeah. As well. So just kind of.
I think a lot of us actually struggle with the whole perfection part. Trying to get everything really perfect.
Yeah.
Knowing very well that at times it's okay not to.
Yeah.
Too perfect. You know what I mean? So that's really crazy, bro. That's really crazy. In regards to everything, man, you did say you're dropping music. Y'all better make sure you check it out. Y'all better make sure you check it out. Is there anything that you want anybody to know?
In all honesty, follow me, Some.Unique.Individual, SUI_PTM. Believe in the kid, man. Trust and believe in the kid. There's so much to me beyond just the music, and I know a lot of people also make me ask something else, and then they realize that there's music. I'm open to the idea of being multifaceted. I'm open to the idea of contributing towards people's livelihood from different perspectives, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? For those that love music is really there to make it's amazing. For those that love the line, then whatever. Get involved in it, also because I wasn't given the opportunity or the platforms to learn myself. I'm still independent, and I'm definitely trying to change that to some degree, because I also know that you need a team, and the team is small, and we're obviously going to expand and grow on that. For us, it's just been a very organic journey, and I want you guys to just follow and come with us on this journey. I don't want you dropping these new merch and just be a part of the family, be a part of the journey. There's so much that I want to offer to the South African industry. I want to see myself tomorrow be able to look back and say, okay, cool, we did that. We did this market so that these kids today can do whatever they feel like they want to do. Because I'm also very acknowledging. It's not even I'm not coming in as just a musician. Coming in as a scholar, coming in as a practitioner within the space. So I definitely I want to be a game changer, and I would like you guys to be from the seat, and also just working for the positive.
Shout out, man. Shout out. It's a privilege for me to be here with you, bro. Been saying that I'm gonna pull up.
Thank you.
That shit right now.
Yeah.
For me, it's only an honor, bro. To be sitting next to you for so many years.
So
and then this whole you.
Last
time I saw you, bro, you gave us out, man. You gave us out, bro. So now for being the person that you are right now, the only thing I can say is just rock for it. Because we're all hungry for this shit.
Yeah.
And we all want to get it.
Shout out. And thank you so much for the platform and the opportunity. I truly appreciate it. And you know, I believe in creators. I believe in people that start, people that do, and trust and believe. You know, it's like tomorrow, it's one thing. Tomorrow, you know, you are now dictating where these budgets should go. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
and so,
you know, when you're on that level, bro, I think you know.
And that's where you're headed.
No way. Shout out.
No way.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, man.
Thanks a lot. Peace.